Dear students, this is Professor Alok Singh from Ajay Kumar Garg Institute of Management, Ghaziabad. I am going to taking my lecture on value chain process, that is second topic of that subject, supply chain and logistics management. The code is for that is KMB OM01. So, I am going to start with the value chain process. So, what is this value chain? So, first we will discuss about what is value. What is value? Nowadays, I think the most of the businesses have their objective to creating the maximum perceived value to the customer. Now, the objective of the businesses are not to generate the profitability, means by creating value they may get the profit as well. Like if you see in the case of mobile market, so there are a lot many players are there, or in case of television a lot many players are there, means monopolistic market are there. So, you may get that the competitive value of a competitor is based on the how much value he or means that company is going to deliver to the customer. So, that is the value. So, what is value chain means creating or identifying that value creating activities from your operations. And what is operations means across the supply chain you need to identify those value creating activities, and you need to manage those value creating activities across this chain is known as the value chain. So, what is it? A value chain is the business model that describes the full range of activities needed to create a product or service. Means basically you need to identify those activities that are creating value or that are generating value while you are delivering a product or service. Means in case of education, you are focusing on the teacher that are on or the faculty that are delivering the best value to you, means he or she deliver the best lecture to you. So, you will prefer that. Okay. So, for companies that produce goods, a value chain companies, the steps that involve bring a product from consumption to distribution and everything in between, such as the procuring raw material, manufacturing functions and marketing activities. I am here quoting an example of a system. What is system? Basically, delivering system is what? The combination of input, process and output. So, if you have best input and you have best ever known processes, then only you will get the best output. Okay. Best chef means a chef of 5-star or 7-star hotel will give his or her best recipe in case when he or she will get the good raw material, means excellent quality raw material, then only he or she will produce the good quality product. So, it is also same important, means to procure the good quality raw material from supplier, after that manufacturer it and send it to the or deliver it to the customer as fast as possible. Like you are using Amazon Prime these days. So, why you are using Amazon Prime? Because you want your product on immediate basis, means you need to get that product on same day delivery or on within 24 hours. That is why you are using or you are generally used to opt that Amazon Prime services. Okay. So, that is what, that is the value creating activities. They have identified that value creating activities and they are delivering product by using those activities or sub activities. Okay. So, a company conducts a value chain analysis by evaluating the detailed procedure involved in each step of its businesses. The purpose of the value chain analysis is to increase the production efficiency so that a company may deliver maximum value for the least possible cost. Actually, there need to manage or maintain a trade off in between cost, quality and time in this era. Means customer will prefer the product of those companies that are using the trade off, means balance in between cost of the product, in balance in between the quality of product as well as the time of the product, time to deliver that product. So that is what the creating the value to the customer means. You are ordering a pizza from Domino's and you are thinking that it will deliver within the next 30 minutes. So why you have ordered? Because you are hungry enough and you want to get that pizza in next 30 minutes. So you have ordered that pizza from that Domino's. Why? Because they have promised that they will deliver you within that time. So that is what, that is value creating activity, and that is what managing the value chain. So that is the utmost important aspect of that supply chain nowadays. Is it clear? Is there any doubt? Okay. So next is what? Now we will show what is the this value chain concept. So value chain concept is basically devised by the Michael Porter, that is the father of strategy. So they have devised it. So they have identified primary activities as well as secondary activities. To manage those activity, you may get the value, or you may deliver the value to the product or service. So what are those activities? There are primary activities and there are secondary activities. So here is the list of those activities and here is a model. So first you will get what are the primary activities. So first activity is the inbound logistics. What is inbound logistics? What is logistics? First you understand what is logistics and how it is different from that transportation. So logistics is what? Delivering a product as or in the form it is here in the supplier unit, and I will deliver it in the having the same characteristics to the manufacturing unit. Like you may take the example of milk supply chain. So you are collecting that raw milk from villages and then deliver it to that processing unit by maintaining the temperature of 4 degrees Celsius. Why you are delivering so? Because you are a logistics company provider. Logistics company provider are responsible for wear and tear or any defect in between or in transit during your logistic service or during this transportation activity. So that is what the logistics is utmost important component rather than that transporting only, because in transporting there is not any liability of that damage, tear, wear and tear or any loss or pilferage or theft. There is no any responsibility. You need to deliver it and you are going to just deliver. You have picked that product from one unit and deliver it to the another unit. So what is inbound logistics? Inbound logistics is basically managing or moving that product from supplier unit to manufacturer unit. So lot many third party logistics and fourth party logistics vendor are there that are providing these services nowadays of inbound logistics. What is that? Means delivering product from supplier unit to manufacturing unit only. So that is inbound logistics. So they are the another person, means third party logistics may be there or fourth party logistics may be there. So first activity, first primary activity is the inbound logistics that you need to cater, means you need to optimize this activity. Inbound logistics means the transportation route must be optimized, economical one, so that you may get benefit from this activity. Okay. Next is what? Next activity, next important activity or primary activity is that is operations. So what is operations? So operations is basically to produce that product, okay, to produce or to convert that raw material into finished good, or to convert those activities into that finished service is comes under the category of operations. Operations is basically taking input, process it and make the finished product as well as services. Another important aspect is outbound logistics. So what is outbound logistics? Outbound logistics is another important aspect. Understand it with carefully. Like outbound logistics means maintaining or managing the logistics from manufacturing units to directly to the customer, means maybe it may be routed through the distributor, through the retailer as well as customer, means delivering the product from manufacturer unit to customer via distributor as well as retailers comes under this category, outbound logistics. Another important category is also marketing and sales. Nowadays marketing is another activity and that lies after product is being produced for end users consumption. So the lot many marketing channels, advertising campaigns, sales activity comes under this category. So this is also another important aspects to manage it and to create the value from here also. Next, another area is service. What is that? You see why you are preferring Maruti over other automobile vendors. Why you are preferring? Just because of this after sale service. You will get their service center across the India. कहीं पर भी आपको जो है इसका सर्विस सेंटर मिल जाएगा. So what is that? Means services is also an important aspects in these days. Okay, you may get a call from that automobile vendors that your service is due. So why these companies are getting pain of your service that you need to service your automobile product that you are using? Because they are focusing on that service part. Okay, so after sale service is also an important aspect. Most of the companies are generally sell their product, and after that they will make a call after 2 days. You are using this product, and are you comfortable by using this product, or do you have any problem? And you are saying that no, it is excellent, fantabulous, perfect. Okay, so that is what that is after sale service. So that is also an important aspect in these days. Okay. Another activities that you need to cater or you need to manage in these days are the support activities. So what is that? First is firm infrastructure, second is human resource management, HRM, third one is technology development, and fourth one is procurement. So we will discuss it in next slide. So all these activities in totality you will get the margin. What is margin? That profit margin from there. Means you need to maintain that price also. Means you did not quote maximum price just because of this competitive price. So you need to optimize the cost in these activities, and you will get that profit margin in this segment. Is it clear? So now I am going to discuss each of the activities or each of the components of value chain. So first I will discuss about this primary activities. So here it is written that in his concept of in his means that Porter, Michael Porter, that is the father of strategy. Okay, so he have quoted that the value chain Porter splits our business activities into the two categories, primary and support activity, or primary or secondary activities, whose sample activities we list below. जो primary activities हैं like inbound we list below. Specific activities in each category will vary according to the industry. Okay, so primary activities consist of 5 components. First is inbound logistics. As I have told earlier that what is inbound logistics. So basically managing the logistics activity from supplier to manufacturer comes under this category. So here it is written functions like receiving, warehousing and managing the inventory in terms of supplier end, that is comes under this category, because nowadays most of the suppliers are managing your inventory in your part just by adopting the just in time. So this is also an important aspect nowadays. Okay, next is what? Operations. So what is operations? So procedure for converting raw material into the finished product, means all those activities, all those processes, all those clusters of processes or sub processes comes under this category, that are going to deliver the end product or deliver the or need to create the end services. Is it clear? So this is also the another important aspects as operations. Next is what? Outbound logistics. So outbound logistics is what? Outbound logistics is providing the logistics service by using third party logistics, fourth party logistics, or your own logistics services from delivering the product from manufacturer to customer through distributor as well as retailer, comes under this category. Okay, so here it is written activities to distribute a final product to the consumer comes under this category. Okay, next is what? Marketing and sales. So strategies to enhance visibility and target appropriate customers, such as advertising, promotion, sales, pricing, etc. comes under this category. So these are also the important dimensions. By managing these activities you can get the value, means you can get the maximum perceived value that are taken consideration from that customer. Okay, next is what? Service. So what is service? Programs to maintain product and enhance the customer experience, like customer service, maintenance, repair, refund and exchange. Nowadays companies are more focusing towards after sale service or service during the service like education service and hospitality service, hospital and that aviation sector or other services are there. So that comes under the category of services. Is it clear? Now next is the secondary activities. What are the support activities or secondary activities? So the activities that are supporting the primary activity comes under this category. Okay. So here it is written, the role of the support activities is to help make the primary activities more efficient. Means by the help of the support activity, primary activity get there the maximum potential or there the maximum capacity, okay, or deliver the maximum value to the customer. Okay. So what are those activities? When you increase the efficiency of any of the 4 support activity, okay, it benefit at least one of the 5 primary activity. Means if you focus on any of the support activity, it will directly give benefit to those primary activity and will give you profit margin much more than the previous one. Okay. So what are those activities? These support activities are generally denoted as overhead cost on the company's income statement, like procurement. Procurement is very important aspect. What is procurement? Procurement is strategic purchasing, that is different from that purchasing. Okay. So planned purchasing comes under this category. So how a company obtains raw material, that is much more important aspect in these days. Okay. So that is the support activity that supports other activities, means that inbound logistics also. Okay. And marketing and sales also. Technological development used at firms research and development, R&D stage, designing and developing manufacturing techniques and automating processes. Nowadays the era of AI, artificial intelligence, IoT, Internet of Things, machine learning, deep learning, all these activities comes under this category, technological development. So these are creating the value to those businesses. Okay. Value in agriculture, value in hospitality और वैल्यू इन दैट मेडिसिनल जो भी आपका इंडस्ट्री है उसमें. ठीक है. तो दीज कम्स अंडर द कैटेगरी ऑफ टेक्नोलॉजिकल डेवलपमेंट. नेक्स्ट एक्टिविटी, नेक्स्ट सेकेंडरी एक्टिविटी इज ह्यूमन रिसोर्स मैनेजमेंट. व्हाट इज ह्यूमन रिसोर्स मैनेजमेंट? Hiring and retaining the employees who will fulfill business strategy, means to retain the good people, to maintain the good people, to recruit the good people, to select the good people and place them accordingly, means as per their skills, as per their expertise. So that comes under this category. If you hire a good person, you will definitely get the productive or efficient operations. Okay. Next, another aspect is infrastructure. What is infrastructure? Firm infrastructure, legal infrastructure comes under this category. Okay. So what is that? Company system. What are the company's system? Policy, procedure, rules and regulations, and composition of its management team, planning, accounting, finance and quality control. So all these comes under the firm infrastructure. So firm infrastructure consists of two: firm infrastructure as well as legal infrastructure. Infrastructure means that attire, that atmosphere you have created for your employees to work here. Okay. And as well as legal infrastructure means you are following certain compliance, like if you are going to open a restaurant and you need to take the consideration from that FSSAI, means you need to provide the safe or you are going to provide there the logo, like green logo, red logo. So that comes under this category. Infrastructure means you need to develop it. So that is what, that is the supporting activity. So by creating value in supporting activity, you may automatically get more value to the primary activity, that is known as the components of supply chain. So these all comes to get the maximum margin from targeting this value. Okay. So next is what, how you will model it. Okay. Means value chain process. So first step is first and important step is identify sub activities for each primary activity. So means first you need to break those activities into sub activities. Why? Because you will work on each element of that activity, that comes under this this category. So first is you will identify direct activities, you will identify the indirect activities that are means giving influence or giving the correlation or correlation with the other direct activities, and quality assurance is also there. So these this is the important aspect, means you need to first identify those primary activity that are forcing value to your organization. After that you will divide it into the direct activities, after that divide it into the indirect activities. Indirect activities means those are having those activities that are having correlation with the those direct activities. And then quality assurance. What is quality assurance? Basically assuring the quality, means assuring the value to the customer, means you are actually delivering the value to the customer, and that you have assured, means that is proactive approach basically. Okay, so we are going to discuss it. So for each primary activity, determine which specific sub activities create value. Okay, first you identify that what are the activities that are creating value to the customer. Okay, there are three different types of sub activities. So first is direct activities, create value by themselves. For example, in a book publisher's marketing and sales activity, direct sub activities include the making sales call to the bookstores, advertising and selling online. Means if you are a book seller, means you are publishing or marketing the book, so what are the main activities or what are the direct activities? These are the direct activities: sales call to the bookstore, advertising and selling the online. Another important aspect is indirect activities, allow the direct activities to run smoothly. For the book publisher sales and marketing activity, indirect sub activity include the managing the sales force, means what are your salesperson, how efficient is he, okay, he or she, and keeping the customer record and maintaining the record of customer that are frequent buyer and that are volume buyer. Okay, so that is also an important aspect. And another important aspect is quality assurance. So what is that? Activities ensures that direct and indirect activities meet the necessary standards. For the book publisher sales and marketing activity, this might include the proofreading and editing the advertisement. Okay, so while you publish the book, you are going to prepare a proofread. What is proofread? Before publishing it, you will proofread it to check whether is there any grammatical mistake or any error, so that we can deliver the excellent product to your customer. Okay, or editing services, editing advertisement, etc. This comes under this category, quality assurance, that is proactive in nature. Is it clear? Okay. So next activity is next value chain while modeling. Next another step is identify the sub activity for each support activity. You have identified the sub activities for primary activity. Now you are going to identify the sub activities for secondary or support activities. So what are that? For each of the human resource management, technology development, procurement support activities, determine or infrastructure related activities, determine the sub activities that create value within each primary activities. Okay, so identify those sub activities that are creating value to those primary activity. Okay, next is what? For example, consider how human resource management adds value to the inbound logistics. Okay, human resource management is how much contributing towards that inbound logistics or any other activity. Okay, like operations, outbound logistics and so on. As in the step 1, look for the direct, indirect and quality assurance sub activity. So that first step, you will also identify here the direct activities, what are the direct activities, what are the indirect activities and what are the quality assurance activities. Means proactively you need to identify, means that activities that comes under this category. Okay, then identify the various value creating sub activities in your company's infrastructure. These will generally be cross functional in nature rather than specific to each primary activity. Again, look for direct, indirect and quality assurance activity. So here it is saying that you need to identify those firm infrastructure related activities, means direct activities, indirect activities as well as those quality assurance activities. Means you need to identify those sub activities in this supporting activities. Okay, so this is the step second. So step first is identify the sub activities for primary activities, and step second is identify the sub activities for support activities. What is the third one? Third one is identify the links. Links means correlation. What is the correlation between these activities? Okay, so find the connection between all of the value activities you are identified. This will take time, but the links are key to increasing competitive advantage from the value chain framework. Okay, for example, there is a link between the developing the sales force and HR investment and sales volume. So there is another link between the order turnaround time and service phone calls from the frustrated customer waiting for the delivery. So you need to identify here the correlation between the primary sub activities and primary direct activities, indirect activity and direct activity, as well as quality assurance activities. Okay, so you need to identify those correlations, means those links in between these activities, or link between those support activity to that primary activity. Support direct activities, support indirect activities, and support quality assurance activity link with that primary direct activity, direct sub activity, direct indirect sub activities, and quality assurance sub activities. Okay, so you need to find a correlation in between. So you may model it by using nowadays system dynamics model is much more appropriate to find out this correlation in between these activities. So you may use it also system dynamic model here to get that link, or you may use that SPSS or R software to get that link in between these activities. Okay, so this is the step third, what is of that value chain process. Okay, and the last step of this value chain process is look for opportunities to increase value, means you need to identify, means where you are going to work, means what is your USP. For example, like Acer is selling product in cheaper rate. Why? So because they are targeting much more markets here. Okay, they need to build a product for that lower and middle income group people. Okay, so they have targeted their जो प्रोडक्ट है वो बेसिकली उन्होंने टारगेट किसके लिए किया है, दैट लोअर एंड मिडिल ऑर्डर मिडिल लेवल जो सेगमेंट के लोग हैं उनके लिए. तो लुक फॉर द अपॉर्चुनिटीज टू इंक्रीज द वैल्यू. So what are the opportunities and where you want to create the value? So you need to identify those areas only. Okay, means from by which way you may get or deliver the that value. Like Porter is also devised 3 generic strategies by which you may get or value, or you may be a successful business leader by adopting the cost leadership, quick response and differentiation. So what is your area, what is your key area, means what you want to cater or what you want to address. Okay, so look for those opportunities. So review each of the sub activities and links that you have identified, and think about how you can change or enhance it to maximize the value you offer to your customer. Customer of the support activities can be internal as well as external. So basically this is all about this value chain process. So now I am going to summarize it. So today I have discussed about this what is value chain, what are the primary activities, what are the secondary activities, and what how you devise that value chain process, or how you may model that value chain to provide the value creating activities to your customer, means to provide the maximum perceived value to the customer. Okay, so thank you so much, thank you.